Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
You mean to tell me 5 months ago, way before this typhoon hit Alaska, Alaska was supposed to have a $20 million grant, but all of a sudden got canceled? Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. Y'all, Alaska was supposed to have a $20 million grant to go through these small little villages, small little towns, y'all, and get them flood prepared because they knew, typhoons or anything else are likely in Alaska, y'all. Donald Trump said because of DEI that he was canceling the grant, y'all. He took the $20 million away from those people. And what ended up happening, y'all? The typhoon hit Alaska. The flood waters got out of control. A lot of people lost their lives as well as their homes and all their belongings and everything else because of DEI, because Donald Trump said it pertained to DEI. Y'all, this is a very, very sad situation. The people who sit and still support this man, I don't even know how y'all sleep at night, knowing that a lot of things that occurred could have been prevented. Not saying the flood wouldn't have still tore up stuff. Not saying the people wouldn't have still lost their lives and wouldn't have lost their things, but it would a less likelier chance had they had that $20 million in place to bring things up to par. That's my point, y'all. Imagine how much difference it could have made. Not saying, because, you can't stop what's going to happen, y'all. But you could be better prepared for what's to happen. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with Auntie. Bye, y'all.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. All praises to the Most High, great glory. Yes, indeed. Yes, beloved. We are witnessing another Asheville, another storm that is happening in a very specific area called Kipnock, and I believe in the county of Bethel. We will get into this and see what does all of this mean. What seems to be the issue? What is it that every single time when we turn on the news or your phone or whatever that it is, whatever the apparatus, it's always something going on with those people? Last year, around September the 27th to September the 29th, there was a hurricane that hit the city of Asheville, North Carolina. The thing is, hurricane is synonymous with Florida and Louisiana, mostly those southern parts. And hurricane, when you say the name hurricane, it brings more fear because of Katrina PTSD and the things that's been happening mostly down there in Florida. So when you mention the word typhoon, people doesn't take it that much seriously, okay? Now, what is the difference between a typhoon and a hurricane and a cyclone?
They are the same weather phenomenon. The difference is the location where they occur. Hurricane in the Atlantic and Northeast Pacific. Typhoon in the Northwest Pacific. Cyclone in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean.
Thank you.
Acknowledged.
So what happened in Alaska is nothing but an hurricane. Okay, I'm expecting a delivery. I don't know if those people at the door. What's going on here? It's nothing but an hurricane. That is the name of it. They just call it typhoon because it happened on the east side. No, not the east side. The Pacific side, of the United States, and that's why they didn't say anything about it. Those people knew what they were doing when they were dismantling NOAA or NOAA and all those weather system and things like that, because they know what's coming now. They cannot stop it. There is nothing they can do to stop this thing. It's unstoppable. They're gonna do the best that they're going to do to lie and make sure like they say things and like, hey, you know, what the? Give me a second. They're going to lie and say things, oh, well, you know, it's because of the weather, the satellites, or whatever. No, that was a freaking hurricane. And then it wiped out villages. And those places that it did wipe out, of course, they're going to do their best to hide it, which they did, because there are no people that do not look like the typical Negro, the typical Israelites over there. So they cannot use this to harness our energy, to keep us in low vibration and to keep us in a low negative frequency. That's what they tried to, well, they did try to do, but they can't. Because if this thing had happened in a place where there was a lot of blackface, whether it's over here in the Caribbean or somewhere in Africa, they would have just put it right there in your face and say, oh, well, you know, that's bad. Democrat did this, Democrat did that, Democrat. Because the word Democrat is synonymous to black folk, and then when they say black, they stuff. Years ago, when the Holy One gave me part one of my mission is to put the nation at peace, there'll be no Jacob's trouble. If anyone you're watching this, or you've been watching things we've been doing, you know for a fact this tribulation or this trouble that is out there is mainly affecting those people. Indeed, there are a few confusion of faith. You know, some of our people are warped into this because they made a covenant. They vomited their wisdom. Like we said before, the so-called black Christians, they're going to get the worst of it because they pretend not to know what's going on. They pretend not to care. They pretend they don't know what that mean, and they will go ahead inside the life and the soul away, and the whole spirit is begun. This is Esau's trouble. Be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Those people are using the whole thing with Venezuela, Argentina, and the tariff and all this National Guard. The National Guard been out there in DC for like a month now, a month or two. They still haven't bring Jacob's trouble. They've been all over in Chicago for whatever that time. They still haven't bring Jacob's trouble. Oh, they're gonna wait until everything is deployed, and then they're gonna start Jacob's trouble. That they were supposed to do this in 2020. But nonetheless, let us watch this, and then we're going to watch what those people are going to say. We're going to decipher it, and then we're going to go to the meaning of the names and why. Are there any connection? Are there any biblical connection concerning this matter? Okay? All right, then. Let's do this.
A breaking story unfolding. The awful images coming in. There's an extraordinary rescue effort tonight now underway in Alaska. Families and children being lifted to safety. Hundreds of people now being airlifted, packed onto military planes there following a devastating storm. Entire towns wiped away. Matt Guppin with the images coming in tonight.
Tonight, after powerful storms packing 100-mile-per-hour winds swept parts of entire towns into the Bering Sea, that massive military effort in Alaska to get hundreds out of harm's way. This Boeing C-17 crammed with 300 evacuees touching down at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Anchorage overnight. Families, some with small children, some in wheelchairs, pouring out.
So, as you can see, the Holy One is clearing the land. The Holy One is moving a lot of people off the land. Okay? People that are not supposed to be there. And a hell of a lot of them died. Of course, they're not going to release. How many people die? Oh, we have like 3, 4, 5,000 of them die. So those are the remnant that we can save and things we brought them there. No, so nobody died. If anything, there was one person in a wheelchair that didn't want to leave because he was too old. He preferred to go, the captain, go down with the boat. So that's the type of things they will say. But the Holy One is moving those people. The lane is being cleared. The ley line is activated. They can't stay over there anymore. I was like, what the hell? I never heard of this town called Kipnok, which will go into what Kipnok means. Okay? I didn't even know which town, what the hell was Asheville, where it was, up until they got hit. And then we realized that, wait, this is where you people have been hiding. When you guys talking about, well, we're going to go off grid and it's going to be a prepper, you got to go those places and then just be in the wilderness and things like that. So that's what you meant. So you can see this huge jumbo jet, military airplane jet is evacuating those people. Okay? Almost 300 to 400, of them in this plane.
The National Guard calling it one of the biggest airlift operations in Alaska history.
So let's enlarge this. This is a picture that they took, okay, of all those people, all right, being in there. And those are supposed to be the native. Those are the native people. Those are the true American. Those are the people that were upon the land for like hundreds of years or thousands of years before. Again, that's what they said, which is a bunch of lies. They know this. Our folk been there. Years ago, people used to come to me and try to challenge me to prove, the land, the fourth part, and what happened and things like that. And they would say, well, you guys seldomly, Africa, and you need to say, okay, well, how'd you or the original owner when we brought you here? Well, that's the thing, you did not brought us here. In 1492, your Christopher Columbus, when he was coming here, he was not lost. He was not looking for spice. He was not looking for another new Silk Road, another route, none of that. He came in a mission, and it was a military mission. He came upon the island. He went to the coast of Africa first. Of course, if Africa was, quote unquote, the birth of civilization, the motherland, and all that fatherland, whatever you want to call it, he would have stayed there. But he come to the Canary Islands and pick up a few stuff, and then they headed straight over there. Beloved, this isn't something that they didn't know where it was. They have map, they have things, they have coordinates. No one, absolutely no one in the whole world will venture into the ocean without knowing where they are going. The ocean was the most dangerous things on the planet. The ocean housed the most dangerous animal predators into it. That's why the Holy One has to get the Leviathan, put the mighty Leviathan to sleep, so the people can enjoy their blessings, so they can do their back and forth sea trading or maritime trading. And then he'd head up to the Holy Land, and he get to somewhere in San Salvador. He saw our brethren over there, no, not San Salvador, on whatever that island is. But I believe the island has Salvador name in there, somewhere on Puerto Rico and things like that. He didn't get off the boat because he knew where he was going. And then he went to Cuba. Some of the guys say there's land over there. Say nope, that's not it. And then he looked a little bit to the south. He said this is it. And then when he got there in Mole Saint Nicolas, and what you are calling Haiti, which is the island over there, he got in this specific place, and he stepped out of the boat. He met our people there. We were already there. We're not African. We don't come from Africa. Why did he come specifically in Haiti and Mole Saint Nicolas? Because Haiti is what you might call the gate. When you're about to enter any community, any place, the gates of heaven, the gates of this is the gate. This is the place. If the gate doesn't open for you, you cannot get in. And you cannot scale the wall. You cannot climb the wall. You cannot break the gate down. You have to come to the gate, like when you go into heaven, you have to see Saint Peter. Peter have to open the gate for you. for you to get in, to give you access, to give you the blessing. Without Haiti, you people would have not be here. You wouldn't even know, because the land was hidden from you. So of course, because of prophecy, when you get there, he stepped out of the boat. He didn't even say good morning. He didn't. Our brothers were there, the priest waiting for him, and say welcome. How can we help you? He just didn't say no good morning. He said, where is the mouth of Christ? Where is the temple of Solomon? That was his mission. It was a military mission. The mouth of Christ, the temple of Solomon, what they are calling the house of God, what Solomon built for God, is this magnificent temple that is in the cities, Vilocan, which is there. Okay, that's where the sources is, the Atlantean temple. Okay, and access to it. So people always try to come up and try to, like, can you prove this and that? No, it's written in your history. And when Christopher Columbus was on the coast of Haiti, he looked in the water. He saw what is called mermaid. He saw them there because those things are protection that the Holy One put in there. Their job is to keep you guys away. So when you take a closer look, you're like, God dang, those things are not as beautiful. They pertain to being those stories and stuff. Man, they are terrifying looking, because those are the soldiers, or I rather say, for lack of a better term, the pets that are put there to protect the house, like a pit bull or German shepherd dog or whatever, this animal that you put there to keep the nuisance away. There are plenty of them in the ocean, and they do exist. So because you had come upon the blessing and those things could not attack you or be in the places that they're supposed to be, because if they do, you wouldn't be able to enjoy the blessing. You wouldn't be able to go around in your ships and stuff like that. So with all this garbage, like those people are the people, because we're telling you they are the people, ain't gonna fly here. And then the thing is, to me, I don't have to prove anything to you people. If anything, you have to come to me to prove everything to me. And I'm tired of breaking down scriptures and tell people this. But nonetheless, what you're seeing here is those folks that they said that are the native, the owner of the land or whatever. This is who they are. But for some reason, they are being flown out of that place. They can't stay over there, because the village is being destroyed by this hurricane. Of course, they call it typhoon. We'll refer to it as an hurricane here. It is being destroyed. So now those folks cannot live upon the land, and then they are removing them.
The storm's fueled by remnants of a typhoon that tore across the Pacific, barreling into western Alaska over the weekend. That devastating storm surge flooding the towns of Kipnuk and Quigilingok. Tribal administrator Tristan Carl watched his uncle's home being swept away.
And I saw my cousin and my nephew in there, and I never heard panicking or yelling like that ever before.
So this is the typical dude with the typical voice, the typical accent. And I mean, if this dude don't talk, you put his face out there, people would think he's some kind of Chinese Asian fellow. But he is what they call, well, a native. Okay, he's the owner of the land. We need to give him money and stipend, casino and stuff like that, because he look like this, he talk like that, therefore he is. Okay, so but at least what people said. So Mr. Tristan here, he said he never heard any screaming and feel like that before, but that's what happened.
Like ever before.
This is the damage left behind in Kipnuk, the surging sea turning already melting permafrost into muck. And the only way out? By air. Coast Guard helicopters hoisting dozens of residents out of the floodwaters. The woman who shot this video says her home is now gone. And David, this monster storm has already left one person dead, 2 people missing. And just a short time ago, I spoke with emergency management officials in Alaska who say that this is still a very dynamic situation and that right now, tonight, they are still evacuating a couple of hundred people from those outlying areas. David.
So here's the thing. They said this hurricane been in Alaska for days. This hurricane been there for days. Not the number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but several days. It's just lingering there. An entire town is gone. People houses float down. This is just another Asheville, but on the Pacific side, but on the western side, but on the colder side. We told you this thing's going to keep on happening. It's not going to stop. We told you the place that you prepared for, the things that you prepare against is not going to happen to you or to that place. Because of what happened in Asheville, last year. A lot of people decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to beef up my defense. I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to move out of Florida or North Carolina. I'm going to go to Alaska. Go to this Kipnuk village because hurricane cannot reach Alaska. I'll be fine there. Lo and behold, this is what happened. And the news network keep this very quiet. Oh, young Republican got caught talking racist stuff, and oh boy, tell me something that I don't know. Tell me something that, oh, this is so shocking. I was not expecting that. Then again, what those people are looking for, beloved, they are looking for our rage. Well, they are rage baiting us. They are looking for the emotion, the type of feeling we're going to put in this, just to be these loud people out there. No, we are very calm. We are at peace. Our people been at peace for a while now. We just watch the entire world being dismantled. Let's keep on moving.
Yesterday, things took a turn for the worst.
Several people died and hundreds have been evacuated from a small group of coastal villages. Our Cody Matz.
Several people died. That's what they said here. The other one, they say one person died. They really don't know what to tell you. One person died or several people died. But anyway.
Has been watching this situation, and you're joining us now with this impact. Good morning.
Yeah, and the truth term is typhoon. You're like, typhoon, Alaska?
I literally asked you about that. I said, are we using the right term, typhoon? I'm just not used to it.
That's true, because the term is used wherever the storm formed, and this was from the western Western Pacific, rather, and it curved back out, and as it did, it ran into Alaska. So that's why we call it a typhoon. And it obviously sounds a little far-fetched, but the remnants of said super typhoon Halong brought heavy rain, 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and storm surge to parts of western Alaska. Now, the high winds brought a 6 to 10-foot storm surge in these low-lying coastal areas, damaging and destroying almost every home in several indigenous communities. Hundreds of people have taken shelter in more substantial structures like area schools. However, in many cases, there's no power or running water. This has prompted the Coast Guard to take action. They started air rescues yesterday, flying dozens of people to a nearby National Guard armory. In total, more than 1,500 people in the area have been forced from their homes. With more bad weather on the way, as it is now the active season in western Alaska, and obviously winter is on the approach, officials are working on finding longer-term emergency housing for area residents, likely much farther away in Fairbanks and Anchorage, which are a reminder are both several hundred miles away. Now, another concern here, officials say the storm damaged several fuel storage depots, which could cause pollution and actually harming the fish and game in the area that allows.
So there you go. Entire town again gone. And everybody like, well, Jacob's trouble is coming. This is black people. I better join my camp. Or are you going straight to hell? People ignore a town of 1,500 people being evacuated. Several of them or no more because of a flood. And they will sit there, okay, well, that's weather warfare. Weather warfare? From whom? Well, China, Russia, Greek, Turkey. Okay. You see, the problem is whether you tell the truth, whether you tell lies, it cannot stop judgment. You can't stop the Most High's wrath. No matter what you do, you're not going to slow this down. You're not going to avoid it. You're not going to evade it. It will happen. And when it do, it's going to caught you off guard. As you're going to see here, there are plenty of people. This thing caught them in the middle of the night, just like Asheville. While they were asleep, while they were comfortable, while they were relaxed. See, when you're on your guard, the angels, they can see this. You're prepared. You're on guard. I have food, the medicine, the money, and things like that. And I'm on guard 24/7, and nobody can pass me and stuff like that. But when you lose attention, when your guards go down, that's when the angels strike. Let's keep on moving. See, I think this is okay. This is pretty much the same thing.
And welcome back. Historic evacuations underway in Alaska after the remnants of a powerful typhoon caused severe flooding in parts of the state. Hundreds of Alaskans were airlifted by the Alaska National Guard and taken to an air base in Anchorage. Photos here on the screen show the evacuees. They're on board a C-17 Globemaster 3 yesterday. The typhoon, though, it washed away homes. It left many areas unreachable by car. At least one person reported dead, 2 others still unaccounted for. The Department of Homeland Security says the Coast Guard conducted over 8 hours of aerial searches.
Okay, I believe the last one is this one right here.
Sam Brock is in Ocean City, New Jersey tonight for us.
No, that's New Jersey. Wait. When was that? That was 3 days ago. That's October 13th. Okay, all right. How long we are into this thing? There you go. Now, let's go to Keep Knock. Oops. Keep Knock, Alaska. Okay. Keep Knock is a census designated place in Bethel census area, Alaska. Okay, so Keep Knock is situated in Bethel area in Alaska. Let's leave this. Oops. What the hell is this? All right. Let me see this. Okay, here you go. Keep Knock, Central Yupik, Kipnek or Kinep. I don't know why. Keep Knock is Kinep. Fruit. I love Kinep, man. As a kid eating this thing, which is called Spanish fly. Excuse me. No, not Spanish fly. Spanish lime. Boy, my mind. But it's Spanish lime, okay? Which is kinep, like the name of the fruit. And back then it was this is a delicacy. It's really good. This is so sweet. As a kid, what I used to do, I used to take I used to take a grape of it like this. I would to take like a grape of it, and I will open it. And when I open it, I will take the meat of it, okay, the little thing, the meat of it, and I will put it like in a little bottle of like water or any bottles. I will put them in there, and I will put sugar, and I will put water, and I would put orange juice. So I'll just literally put some lime and press it in there and stuff, and I would put alcohol in it, and then I would leave it there for a few days, let it fermented, and then after a couple of days, and when you drink this thing, it is so thick, so nice, so good. We used to call it punch. I used to make 2, 3 bottles, leave it there, and they didn't even reach 2 days. I already drank all of it. This would be so good. But Kenep is a nice wood. Look like a grape. Look like there we go. Look like grapes. Like there we go. That's the picture I'm looking at. I used to buy a grape like that. They taste so good, and they are so sweet. It's when you're eating it, you feel like you're eating some meat. So it tastes so good. The Kenep is good, but nonetheless, not too popular here. Spanish lime, but the true name is Kenep. But with this here, Keep Knock Central Yupik Keep Nep, which remind me of Kenep, is a census designated place, CDP, and Bethel census. Now, what does the name Keep Knock means? Okay, Keep Knock is the name of a village in southwestern Alaska. It comes from the Central Alaskan Drakan. Brothers to three, the drop is, can go further into what Alaska or Alaskan mean. It's if you take out the Khan, Elas or Alas or Atlas. Is this a message concerning certain things in deep space? We don't know. Well, at least I don't know, man. Don't be telling me his. Atlas, Alaskan, Yupik language, and means roughly bend or crooked place, referring to the curve of the nearby Kogaltik River. It is part of the Bethel census area and inhabited primarily by Yupik Alaska natives. So the Yupikan or the Yupikite people over there, that's what they say, they are the Native American, well, the Native Alaskan American that are over there, because Alaska is not considered part of America. It was owned by Russia and all this nonsense, but nonetheless. So, now, because of our own breakdown, we'll use the name crooked places. Now, you got this crooked place that is, of course, by a river, the blessing and all that. You got a bunch of crooked people that live upon this crooked place. This name of this place is a direct connection between Isaiah 45 2, but the whole chapter 45. Chapter 45, where Isaiah, the Most High said here in Isaiah 45 2, I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. Remember I told you about Haiti being the gate? How did the Holy One did put our gate down, let those people in so we could serve our punishment, we learn our lesson and stuff like that. Now the Holy One is removing all those crooked people from the land. If you read Isaiah chapter 45, you will see how it's perfectly aligned with what we are doing here. Okay, let's read a little bit of it. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden, to subdue nations before him. And I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the to leave the gates, and the gates shall not be shut. I will go before thee, and make the crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass, and cut in sunder the bars of iron. All those so-called elite that are having those places, they are hiding, or they're gonna go to Mars while they see how that lasts over. Oh, they're gonna go underground bunkers and all that nonsense and put off gates. Whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, financial, economic, they are going to drop. The Holy One going to break those gates. And I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I am God, the Lord, which called thee by thy name. I am the God of Israel. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. I am the Lord, and thee, and there is none else. There is no God besides me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. They may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light. I created darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, did all these things. This is a very famous verse in the Hebrew community. The Most High say, I'm the one who created light and darkness. I do everything. I make peace. I created evil. People are like, oh, well, God would never do this because he's a good guy. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Oh, yeah. Oh, light, prosperity, gospel. No. There's a time for the light. There's a time for darkness. Drop down, ye heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the heaven open, and let them bring forth salvation, and the righteousness spring up together. I, the Lord, have created it. And that's what you're seeing now. And this is the connection with the book of Daniel. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Let the potsherd strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou, or thy work? He hath no hands. Part iron, part clay. Remember right here, the only one said, I will, and 45 too. I will go before thee and break the crooked and make the crooked places straight. This entire place. Okay, we find a clue over there in Kipnok, which means bent and crooked places. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. The statue of Nebuchadnezzar, okay, where they are talking about the gold, the silver, the brass, the iron bars. The brass and iron were the last part of it. And that's why the Holy One said, I will shatter them in pieces. And then now in 45:9, the Holy One question you. Say, woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Like destruction to all of you that come over there and try to challenging me. I make things. I make the clay. I fashion it. Shall the clay say unto him that fashion it, what makest thou? Are you going to question me like, who the hell am I? I made you. Part strong, part weak, 10 tribes, 10 toes, 3-eye atlas. It's all here. Then again, I'm trying to not to commit a great violation here, because I'm not supposed to break those things down, because scumbags and profane vulgars, the 2/3 Christian will take this and that. Oh, Shia Atlas is this and that, and they have no idea what that thing is. Woe unto him that saith unto his father, what begettest thou? Or the woman, what hast thou brought forth? Thus saith the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, and this make as and his maker, ask me of this thing. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons, and concerning the work of my hands coming ye me. I have made the earth and created men upon it. I, even my hands, have stretched out the heavens, and all their hosts have I commanded. You want to know one of the hosts of the heaven? Well, besides those suns and stars or angelic beings, 3 Atlas is one of the suns. He's one of the hosts. I have raised him in righteousness, and I will direct all his ways. He shall build my city, and he shall let go my captives, not for price, nor reward, saith the Lord of hosts. And you Christians are acting like if you are the captive. Again, this was speaking against Cyrus, I believe it was the Grecian or the Turkish fellow, the Persian guy or whatever that was. You guys, they're gonna come. Still, 3 Atlas gonna come here to release the captive, us. I have raised him up in righteousness, and I will direct all his way. He shall build my city. He shall let go of my captive, not for price, not for no reward, save the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt, and merchandise of Ethiopia, and the Sabaeans, men of statures, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee, and chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else, there is no God. When we told you those elites going to call us by name, those huge high rollers, those billionaires, those respectable men of stature, they will all come grovel and say, please, make it stop. We'll be your slave. Can you go ahead and talk to them for us, please? You can have the land back here. Here's the money. Here's the jewelry. Here's the treasure. Hell, here's my wife. Here's the kids. Here the freaking dog and cats. Take all of them. Please. God is with you. God is in you. See, say, surely God is in thee. And there is no one else. There is no God. God is in thee, not with you, because they know the Holy One, the power is within us. It is us. It is. We just need to be activated. That's all. That's all that's going to happen. You see all those elite or whatever, those people that always wanted us to come over there and stuff like that. Don't be surprised that the Big Levi and then Big Judah and the other brethren, you've been the president would like to speak with you guys, please. And you've been summoned into the White House, and we would like to have a talk with you guys. And CNN and Fox News and gonna be there. The UN is there, are waiting for you guys, and we'll appreciate it if you. We have private jets and limousine and stuff, so you guys can come and talk. We don't want any trouble. We don't want any trouble. Okay, we simply want to talk. All right. Can you please come with us, please? Come with you. And who the hell are you to come here in my house unannounced, uninvited, and plead with me? Yeah, we know. So, Your Highness, Your Excellency, Your Majesty, I'm so sorry. If this is desperate situation, call for desperate bribe. Or you will? I'm sorry, not bribe, but the desperate measure. That's what's going to happen. We told you those people are going to come. They're going to beg. They're going to beg because of what's going to happen to them. You're like, oh, well, they're going to go to Mars and stuff like that. Yeah, whatever, man. Verily, thou art a God that hidest thyself, O God of Israel, the Savior. They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them. They shall go to confusion together that are makers of idols. That's why you don't see those pastors. Do you see them? Do you hear of them? They are confounded. All of them. None cannot come in front of our people and challenging our truth. Especially here. They can never come here. They can never challenging us, challenging me, and challenging what's inside of me because of what I am and who I am. They will want to make them ashamed and confounded. There's a hell of a lot of confusion in the midst of them. Well, the rapture is going to happen this day. It didn't. Oh, the rapture is going to happen that day. It didn't. Well, it will happen tomorrow. It's not going to. But Israel shall be saved, and the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed or nor confused, world without end. This is not talking about Jacob's trouble, man. Isaiah 45:17 is not talking about trouble. It says right here, but my people, Israel, not Ish over there, you know who they are talking about, shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Unlimited, quote unquote, get out of jail card. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. That's why we are not ashamed and we are not confounded. We're not confused and things like that. We don't know what the hell is going on and stuff. We know exactly what's happening and what's going on. For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to inhabit it. I am the Lord, and there is none else. Which means you shall not. I am with you. I am within you. I am in you. When we told you the 72 sacred names, the guardian angels, they are with you. It is with you. It's part of the Holy One. It's part of the light. You are him. You shall not worship anybody else besides what's in you. You shall not go ahead and make any pact and covenant with anything else. That's what it means. There's none besides me. I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare these things that are right. The Holy One say, I'm not making this up. This isn't something that I did in secret and try to pull the wool over people's eyes. This isn't something that I'm speaking like try to deceive you. I speak clear to you. I didn't call you to seek me in vain for vanity. I didn't call you. I didn't wake you up and then to put you back in sleep. I didn't call you and give you all this knowledge and then to put you back in Jacob's trouble. That will make me a deceiver. That will make me a liar. I speak righteousness, indeed, yea, I speak truth. I declare these things are right. Genesis 15, verse 13. I keep my promise. I ain't gonna promise to you that you're going to be raptured. Whatever the hell you do, your church did, I'm going to absorb everything. I'm not gonna punish you, and then after that 7 years tribulation, I'm gonna take you to heaven, the paradise with me, and then after I'm come back to kill all the heathens, and then give you another 1,000 years so you can chill and stuff like that. Oh hell no, that's not what I said. Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of the graven image and pray unto a God that cannot save. Those people have a God that can't do nothing for them. They've been calling Cesare Borgia. They've been calling Jesus. They've been calling everything. Nothing happened. Well, Jesus told me on September 27, 2025, he is going to come back and pick up his bribe. He's going to take the church. None of those people, their God can't do hish. Tell ye and bring them near. Yea, let them take counsel together who have declared this from ancient times. Who have told it from that time? Have not I the Lord? And there is no God else besides me. And a just God and a Savior, there is none beside me. The Holy One is just. Look unto me and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth, for I am God and there is no one else. Look unto me. Look up. Seek up. Looking. When you're looking for something, you're searching for something. You're studying, researching. Study to show thyself approved, because it is within you. I am, the great I am, it is within you. I have sworn by myself, the word is gone out of my mouth, and righteousness, and shall not return. And shall not return, that unto me knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. That's what that is. The Holy One literally said, like, my word will not come back vain. My work will not come back empty. My word is the law. It is righteousness. Oh, all right. Give me a second here. All right. Good. Is that thing recording? Is it? Is it recording? Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm speaking as loud as I can because sometimes the people cannot hear me. But I'm speaking as loud as I can. Surely shall one say, in the Lord have I righteousness and strength. Even to him shall men come, and shall all incense against him shall be ashamed. And the Lord shall be the seed of Israel, be justified, and shall glory. There is nothing here that say our people going to be beat down, sent to camps, being gassed, being killed, raped, robbed, murdered, and serve another 400 years. That's not what that is, man. This is connected directly with the book of Daniel, the dream of Nebuchadnezzar, the statue, 3 Atlas, and all of that. The town of Kipnok, which means crooked place. The Holy One said, I'm going to come and make the crooked place straight. My land, my people, my inheritance. I'm going to come, I'm going to straight this thing up. It didn't say I'm going to come and make all those crooked people with their unbalanced and balanced, unjust balanced weight better. I'm going to put them back on top as if they were at the bottom. I'm going to help them. I'm going to go ahead and take the elite and say, you're elite, man. You go to church every Sunday. You give money. You give the homeless money. Those people, black people, all they do is party and shake their asses and fight gang. I mean, they look what they did. They killed Charlie Kirk. You know, I'm coming here to save him. I'm going to resuscitate him. I'm going to bring the Pope back on. Mr. Pat Robertson, you know, burning in hell right now. So I'm going to bring them back and do this. None of this garbage. This didn't say, oh, I'm going to come back here and rapture the church, the Christian. No. In the Lord shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. We will be justified. Restoration. Reparation. will be in armies. I am not saying this to make anyone afraid out there, but in fact, that was never my mission. My mission was always be at peace. Let me know Jacob's trouble. Genesis 15, verse 13, right here. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety, know this for sure, 100% righteousness, this coming out of my mouth, he cannot be lies, that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs. Shall be a stranger, that it is just, it will mean that there will be a stranger, in other words, an important person. A person that they will take advantage of the person, they will abuse this person. Well, ignoramus, so to speak, a gullible person. Shall be strangers in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 1619, 2019, yea, and did the 400 years done, it's over. Right after 2019, 2020 kicks in, and nothing, absolutely nothing around the world was the same as that. Okay, when this thing happened, when this thing happened in 2019, 2020, whew, most people pretend when Hish hit the fin in 2020, they don't smell it. They don't see it. This thing is plastered all over their face. They act like, that's chocolate. Let me get some of that thing, man. That's nice. It's just now they cannot hold their breath anymore. Everybody's complaining, oh, something changed. And they act like it changed because Trump get onto power. It changed because tariff. It changed because, what else? Women, it changed because of men. It changed because of children. No. Now, crooked place, keep knock, bend, and the name Bethel, which is in the vicinity, or we shall say the county, or place where it is. The census say Bethel. Bethel, Beit El, and Hebrew means house of God. It comes from Beth, which means house, and El means God. House of God, crooked places. You crooked people came into the house of God, you crooked it, and now the Holy One is coming to uncrook this thing and make it straight. This is the message of Kipnock, Alaska. Typhoon devastated the place, wiped it out, removed those people that were not supposed to be there, kill a few of them. And then people are going to say, oh, we will rebuild. We are strong. Keep knock strong. We are not weak. Well, nobody calling you weak, man. What is it with you people always coming out there and say you're strong? Yeah, there is nobody on. They never come online and say, oh man, I'm weak. I can't rebuild. And then I'm gonna give up and go somewhere. No, it is always you people say we are strong, we're a strong, tight knit community, and then we will rebuild. We will rebuild. This phrase you have not hear it that often anymore. There's a group of people that are starting to humbling themselves. There's a group of people that are start seeing things in another way, in another light. House of God, Bethel, crooked place, bent place, Kipnook, Isaiah 45, the book of Daniel. Everything is connected. I am coming to free my people. I am coming to restore them. I'm not coming to restore 83 to reward them because they did such a good job. Nah. Let's take more of that Alaska thing on TikTok now. Okay, well, now since we're on TikTok, beloved, there will be music. There's nothing I can do about that. And that was posted 5 days ago. Okay, pray for us all and the communities affected by Typhoon Halong. Oh, that's the name, Halong. Typhoon Halong. I didn't define Halong, but somebody can do that in another video. But okay. Okay, this is this man right here in his house. Is this Jacob's trouble? Is this a prelude to Jacob's trouble? Is this some form of foreshadowing to Jacob's trouble? Beloved, it is time for us to still and stay in high vibration, gathered to the ley line. This is the time for war. This isn't the time to F around. This isn't the time to try to explain to people, try to bring people on your side, try to waking people up. That's Christianity. You are not here to waking people up. This is not the time for you to go to tell people, hey, stop doing this, stop going to church and stuff like that. No. This is the time for you to stop doing what they are doing. This is the time for you to follow through. Focus on yourself. The Holy One wake you up. The Holy Spirit wake you up, not them. Please, the biggest guilt our people felt is the guilt of being chosen, is the guilt of being saved, is the guilt of being unique. Stop feeling guilty. Stop being timid about your power. Your royalty, behave as such. Our people are always so timid, so shy about, oh my God, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. Why can't I be like the others and stuff? Because you're not. Let's keep on moving. Okay. Alright. So, because of the music, okay, this is inside of the fellow house. Okay, this is him and his son. His son first memory. All right, look at the place. This is his mom. Okay, look at the place. Destroy. This is in his siblings' room. You got it. Destroy. This is his baby sister. Destroy. You got all those guns. Okay, look at all your guns. Let me see. You got all those children running around and there's a bunch of guns in there. Oops. I want to freeze it. I want to pause it at the right time. Okay. Damn it. Let me do it one more time. There we go. There you go. Come on. This thing is really hard. It's really hard to pause. And I pause it right here. There you go. There we go. So you got all those guns, rifles in your house, and they could not save you. You see, 83, especially Esau, they have this mindset of, oh, the Second Amendment. Because you're going to shoot the typhoon, right? You're going to shoot the flood. Because if the flood try to break into my house, or the flood coming over here in my neighborhood and start rioting, I'm going to freaking shoot it. And I need about 4 or 5 guns to do this. I'm going to hold them all on my hands. You know, one rifle on the right, one rifle on the left, you know, one on my feet, one on my right feet, one on my left feet, and then the last 5th rifle will be in my mouth. I will shoot everything. This is the result. Okay. Those are the nieces and nephew, and look at this. That's his son, I believe. You know, place is destroyed, man. Destroy. You know, look at this beautiful place. Destroy. How are they going to live here? Home used to be right there. It's swept 3 miles from Kipnock, all the way there. 3 miles. But what is it? You know, your home was there. It swept it away for 3 miles. And then people are like, oh, we're strong, we're going to rebuild and things like that. They just always skip the part of the PTSD, the part of like, yo, what if this is happening again? Will it happen? They always skip that part. But nonetheless, let's keep on moving.
Good morning, everybody. This is Josh with the United Cajun Navy. It's 16 October 2025. I'm in the warehouse.
Which was 6 hours ago, which was a day ago, okay? Now, again, those are the people that are doing the donation and stuff and things like that. Remember what happened during Asheville. Remember, okay? So, this dude is taking the donation, and you know, we if there's one thing we black folk know is when people go on our behalf and take Haitian on our behalf and then come back and give us the thing that they were donated. When we look at those things, like, come on, man. I'm a homeless guy, but I would never give anybody these things. But nonetheless, because those people, they always take the premium stuff and give the subpar quality to our people.
In Baton Rouge, at the Baton Rouge airport. Getting ready to move out to Alaska, flying into Anchorage and then to Bethel and places beyond. But what I want to show you guys is what we have, and I'm going to ask for a little bit of help. So we've got this kind of stuff, jackets.
All right, so I don't know why this dude is asking for help. It seems like he got two part-time job. In December is gonna round up some freaking reindeer, okay, and then tie them up to a freaking, you know, sled, and then all those boxes will be filled with toys, and then we'll go around and pretend that he's giving these toys to poor black kids, but in fact he's selling certain things in there. That's what this guy looked like to me. But nonetheless, but
blankets.
I don't know what the hell he's doing here in Louisiana. Dude should be in the North Pole getting ready for that stuff that is coming. But nonetheless,
a whole warehouse, as you can see, full of stuff that I need to get to Alaska. This is stuff that they need. Shoes.
Of course they do.
Jackets. Fleece. Jackets. Cold weather gear. Stuff that these people are asking for and they need. Fleece hoodies. I mean, we've got stuff lined up, ready to go. Coats, sweaters, jackets, coats. So I'm asking
send more
for some help.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this to some of our elected officials.
Yeah.
And ask for a plane.
Yeah. The one
We've
that
got
cut up
stuff palletized already.
$20 million.
Ready to
They will send stuff. Yeah, that's what that is.
rock and roll, ready to get on the next flight to Anchorage, and then parts on beyond. Look, Gaylord after Gaylord full of stuff.
You know, for those of you who may not know what Gaylord means, is just when you say Gaylord after Gaylords, he meant those huge boxes. That's the proper name. Gaylord. All right then, Sir Lord Gay. There you go. All right, one place. So I'll go to the next one.
Hi friends, please don't scroll. Some of you may have heard about the crisis that's currently going on in Western Alaska right now, the region in which my family is from, and some still live there. A massive typhoon hit the Yukon-Kuskokwim region, and 1,500 plus people have been displaced, and 2 villages have had complete evacuations due to being uninhabitable. There are no roads into this region of Alaska.
Okay.
It is only accessed by plane or boat.
Okay, so again, this is the same Asheville vibe. There are no roads, only plane and helicopters or by air. So what the hell is going on? Why this is not? This should be blowing up, but nonetheless, they didn't put. You see, the reason why Asheville blew up, it's because one, we made video about it. Okay, we were the one who brought this thing out there because nobody were hiding it. Just like once we put this, it will blow up. Second, there was a racist connotation upon it. Okay, they said, okay, you guys are giving the so-called the Haitians 15,000. Remember that guy, $15,000 a month, and you are not helping those people in Asheville. What white people? What is that? White people lost their goddamn. White people like yo, those people lost their freaking mind, man. They just switched to, oh, well, you got money to give immigrant and stuff like that. You ain't got money to, and that's what blow this thing up. So this doesn't have a racist connotation on it, okay? If you people really truly want to help, compare this, make this thing about something that is racist, and then they will promote that, okay? That's the thing. So with Asheville and stuff, there was a woman, we made a ISO show about it. This woman came in, we were like, yo, them niggas are freaking looting the place, grifters in the midst. She like, yo, she saw the whole thing. So I can't believe, like, in the midst of this crisis, people are robbing people, man. You guys are looting things, you're stealing stuff and stuff. Oh, man. The grifters are all over. Send money, send money, send money. And none of this money reach Asheville. None of it. Grifters.
Making it extremely difficult to gain access to food and supplies. And if a devastating typhoon hitting the land wasn't enough, I learned through another account that several months ago, Trump's EPA canceled a $20 million protection grant, flood protection grant, calling it a waste of DEI spending.
Yeah, well,
there is a link in my bio for you to go check out and get all the information about what is going on. There's also.
So here's the thing, beloved. When those people want to do something, they can't go to their people and say, hey, you remember those blessings that, you know, we allow the benefit, we allow you guys to take, things like that. And we are not taking them away from you because this is the time is up. We're taking them away because DEI, of course, when they're talking about DEI, they're talking about our people because they hired them because first, because they are black, second, they are gays, or not, I don't like using the word gays, but homosexuals, they are homosexuals, and three, they are disabled, and four, Democrat or whatever. and I can guarantee you where this woman live at. Well, I cannot guarantee because there's nobody that look like us or us over there. That is just to be for the sake of this conversation or analysis, so to speak. Like, okay, because DEI, you're giving it to, stuff and things like that. But which then again, 90% of DEI are white women. And this is what happened.
A place to donate, and I urge you to, if you can. And if you can't, please share this. Thank you.
Get more of that
Hi,
money,
friends.
man.
Please don't scroll.
A lot of it beg talk, a lot of it grief. There's a lot of grief going on, man.
A $20 million grant that had been issued to the Alaskan village of Kipnuk that was supposed to stabilize its riverbank to help prevent flooding in the future was canceled back in May of 2025 by the EPA, stating that the grant was no longer consistent with the agency's priorities. Just 5 months after that grant was canceled, the Alaskan village of Kipnuk was struck by the remnants of Typhoon Halong, which caused extensive flooding in the town, causing numerous water rescues and washing away at least 50% of the town on October 12, 2025. The storm also caused extensive damage to the town of Kwigillingok, which is also in western Alaska, that has killed at least 2 people and leaves 1 person still missing since the storm hit on Sunday afternoon. Now, it's unlikely that the work from the grant would have started by now, but it's important to note that these grants are not issued for no reason. This town is susceptible to flooding and will be susceptible to flooding in the future, and now there is no money there to help them stabilize the area they live on. And it's not a choice of simply just moving away. Many of the people who live there have lived there their entire lives. Their ancestors lived there their entire lives. This is an Alaskan native village. Getting up and moving is not an option for a lot of people. It's the same reason people continue to build in New Orleans and all of the places that have tornadoes and hurricanes over and over again. It's the only place you've ever known. It is where your family lived. It's where your roots lived. And there's no guarantee that if you go and move somewhere else that you will have a same or even better life. We have the technology, we have the capability, we have the knowledge to prevent these disasters from happening. We just need to be able to commit to actually doing it and helping people. A $20 million grant that had been issued to the Alaskan village of Kipnuk that was supposed to stabilize its...
Okay, we got this. Let's put this down. Okay, well, let's let it play. Houses are being floating away, man. People are being swept off the land. 20 people are missing. That people, whoops. 20 people are missing. Another people are missing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. People like, oh, well, that's nothing. They're going to rebuild. Okay. They're going to rebuild? Okay. Well, no problem, man. You do you, man. All right, let's keep on moving.
Our native relatives up in western Alaska need our help, y'all. Several isolated native communities have been devastated by storm systems and a typhoon in rapid succession. These native communities are typically only reachable by boat and plane. Entire villages have been decimated. There's mass flooding. Thousands of people have been displaced. We all need to do whatever we can to help. Share information, raise awareness. Go to the Alaska Community Foundation website if you're able to donate. I just donated. Hopefully some of y'all can match that donation. Not talking about amounts, every dollar counts. Just give what you can. Let's help our relatives out up north.
Everybody now want to help their relative. Everybody now is a member. Everybody now is this. Everybody now is that. And The other day, somebody sent me a video where there's a gentleman. He was explaining how to become a member of the whatever that native tribe is, and he's a black guy. He's a black fellow. So he said something. He said a lot of the native are leaving their community now. They don't want to be that anymore. They are changing the rules. They are changing the rules how to be part of this whatever community that is. They just change the rule how to re-enroll. Pretty much the same thing and stuff like that. It was a very interesting video because they don't want to associate it themselves with quote unquote the blackness. Okay, this is being evacuated in a Chinook helicopter because they can't stay there anymore. Okay. In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. This is the flood. Get into this man's house. Okay. Gotta get to his home by boat, and then it is destroyed.
A minute. So you mean to tell me 5 months ago?
Whoops.
A minute. So you mean to tell?
What's that? Oh, a typhoon hit Alaska, yet there's hardly any news coverage at all about it. And people woke up to their houses floating down the river. Tell me more. Yeah, this came in hot and there was zero warning to the people there in Alaska in these indigenous cities. And what reason was that? Oh, because they've cut the funding for that. And now they aren't able to actually tell people about these well in advance. And in fact, not at all. They're just letting them hit cities now because they don't even know they're coming. But there's also zero news coverage on this. And why is that? Is it potentially because it might be another land grab? I mean, that's just a thought. The crazy part about this is it actually hit several cities there in Alaska without any warning. Okay. The other issue that they're running into is there's no funding to send help.
No more blessing.
What's that? Oh, a typhoon hit Alaska.
That's what it is, man. That's the thing. Let's keep on moving.
How many of you knew that a typhoon hit Alaska? It had Category 4 hurricane type winds and destroyed several Alaskan native villages. People woke up to their homes floating down the river, and nobody's talking about it. Right now, a couple of sources are...
What's that?
How many of you knew that a typhoon hit Alaska? It had Category 4 hurricane type winds and destroyed several Alaskan native villages. People woke up to their homes floating down the river, and nobody's talking about it. Right now, a couple of sources are saying that at least 20 people are unaccounted for, but it could be way more considering not much is being pushed out there about what's happening in Alaska right now. Supposedly help is on the way, but with FEMA being defunded and the National Guard being used to invade cities, rescue efforts are very slim. People are stuck in their homes floating down rivers, going into the Bering Sea. Entire villages wiped out. Please spread the word and let people know what is happening in Alaska, because this is mostly impacting indigenous Alaskans.
Interesting.
How many of you knew that a typhoon hit Alaska?
I think that's the last one.
We have to talk about Alaska because I don't want Alaska to get out of the headlines, because right now hundreds of Alaskans were airlifted out of their villages after this catastrophic storm that came rummaging in, essentially lifting people's homes off and floating them away. And so in towns like Kipnuk, residents were told, hey, grab one backpack, fill it with stuff, and leave everything else. You got to get out of here. They loaded onto helicopters, onto Globemasters, and flew everyone out of there to Anchorage. This, by the way, is actually being labeled as one of the biggest airlift in Alaska's disaster response history. Remember that over 1,000 people were displaced from a storm that got out of control because of climate change. Storms are getting bigger and they're traveling further north. Remember that one person lost their lives. 2 people are still missing, as people are fearing that they got trapped inside their homes, which floated up and then went out into the water. The reason for these airlifts, by the way, is because the shelters there are already full. So now they're moving everyone to different areas, because remember, it's over 1,000 people. So a couple hundred people had to move to other areas. And now there are hundreds of people without homes, and they're going to try to do everything they can to rebuild before the first frost, which is going to be happening very soon. There's a lot of organizations out there who are putting together things to raise money for. If you're going to donate to one of them, make sure it is one that is legitimate. The name of the fund, by the way, if you do plan to donate, is Western Alaska Disaster Relief 20.
Again, a lot of grift out there, man. A lot of grift, man. So I think that was the last one for TikTok. So let's go back into YouTube. And this is over there in East Coast, North Carolina, I believe, and New Jersey. Yes, New Jersey. And this dude is in Tel Aviv, Israel. So that's what's going on here.
Sam Brock is in Ocean City, New Jersey tonight for us. And Sam, there's several feet of water in the streets where you are tonight.
Tom, we are now more than 4 hours removed from high tide. There are feet of water all over the streets of Ocean City. In fact, Tom, it's preventing folks from getting in their cars and driving out. We saw people in kayaks and paddleboards on this street earlier today from a storm that is continuing to cause trouble. The powerful nor'easter that's pounded the eastern seaboard, taking aim tonight at the Jersey Shore.
We wanted to see how much beach we had left.
Leaving Ocean City under feet of water. We're now approaching high tide, and barricades litter Ocean City, blocking drivers off from streets. And not for a few wet patches either. I'm a half a block away. This water goes as far as the eye can see. Officials today taking stock of the disintegrating beach, which caved before our very eyes. Look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so
Frank Donato is the emergency management coordinator. In 1 week, this entire dune has been eroded.
Correct.
Yes.
So it takes one storm, that's all.
That's all.
In New York City, city officials say the nor'easter's howling winds ripped a solar panel off a carport, hitting and killing a 76-year-old woman.
Oof.
The system's devastating force also felt in the Carolinas, where mounds of sand line Hatteras Island on the Outer Banks, the bumps on the ground, cars buried underneath it. While thousands of miles away in Alaska, remnants of a typhoon stranding people in remote villages who had to be hoisted to safety by Coast Guard helicopters. At least 3 people are still unaccounted for. Doreen Carter's home was swept away with her family inside. They escaped by boat, but she says now there is no home and no town to return to.
The house is unlivable. We can't live in there anymore. This is the worst ever. Kipnuk is totally wiped out.
Back here on the East Coast, Tom, many feeling fortunate by comparison. The storm clears tomorrow. Tom?
We thank you for watching.
Another Asheville. Again, they don't do anything about it. All right, let's get out of the water and jump right into the fire. Let me see. Let's check this out.
We have some breaking news. Sky 5 over a house fire. Oh, wow. In Rancho Palos Verdes, Rich Prickett has the very latest.
This is multi-million-dollar home, son.
Good morning. Fire department just now arriving, as you mentioned. This is in Palos Verdes Estates. It's on the 2400 block of Via Sonoma, and they were saying it's a detached home, but it appears that it's either the main portion of a home or starting to extend into another home here. But this is going to be a total loss, whatever the structure
homes,
is.
man.
And they have yet to even get water on this, as they're just now getting to the location. We can see the smoke as we're flying over LAX, and this is what we are seeing now. So it looks to be a home to itself, and then it's threatening the neighbor's home here, burning right in between the homes. So hopefully they'll get some water on here very shortly and save the home that's right next to it. But this just caught fire moments ago, and no word on whether anybody is inside. It's going to take them a while before they can actually get into the home to make a search. We're not seeing anybody standing outside just yet.
Fire reconfiguration of the city, which is plague number 2 right here. All right, and then the other plague that you see was like thunder voices and destroying earthquakes, and there's a lot going on. Let me see. Let's go to the plane crash. All right, let's take the plane crash. Plane crash. There's a plane crash right there in Massachusetts, right? There's one in Fort Worth, Texas. There we go, this one.
Tonight, federal investigators poring over deadly scenes following 2 plane crashes ending in a fiery nightmare.
Dude, it's a plane, dude.
In Massachusetts, flames covering the highway.
We have a confirmed plane crash with possible injuries, active fire, and jet fuel spilled.
Morning commuters swerving after a small aircraft slammed into the median, killing 2, according to state police.
All of a sudden, everybody locked up the brakes, and we all kind of zigzagged.
In Texas, investigators say 2 people died Sunday when a plane struck tractor trailers in a fireball. According to authorities, the Beechcraft King Air C-90 had taken off from a nearby airport in Fort Worth, while in Southern California, a helicopter sent debris flying Saturday, spinning, then slicing through palm trees before crashing in a beachside parking lot. Officials say 2 people on board and 3 bystanders were injured but survived, adding the chopper was supposed to be part of a Cars and Copters event. Several witnesses rushing to pull at least 1 victim to safety. 3 frightening accidents in 3 days. That tonight.
Okay, 3 frightening accidents in 3 days, and there is one that just happened today in Boston. And then this one happened in Fort-Lauderdale, and there's one that happened in Boston. Let me see. Massachusetts, okay, plane crash. Plane crash, Massachusetts. Is that the one? No, it's just, it's just recently. I love this video. I just love this video. It's dead. Oh shit. Oh man. Woo. Yo, people die, but yeah, so you take your eyes off this train for a minute and some scumbag cross right in front of you, man. You know, I just love this video. I don't know how many times I watched this thing. 6 years ago, it came out like 2018, 2019. You know, this dude just doing the train, and then somebody pass, say peace, man, what's up? Another train pass, and by the time he noticed the person that is in front of him, oh shit, he already hit it. You already did hit it. It's like, god damn, you gotta be kidding me. That's how fast that thing is, man. Bright line crash. Let me see if there's anything for Bright Line. This month, well, we already made a research trouble concerning that. Anything during the day or this week? 4 days ago. Okay, this happened 4 days ago. Okay, all right. This happened 4 days ago.
Also for you here at 5:30, an elderly man is hurt in the hospital after being hit by a Brightline train.
Deputies say he was on a lawnmower at a country club where he got caught on the tracks. Look with us. Lenny Supal is live at the scene in Miami Shores with the very latest on this. Lenny.
That 75-year-old man jumped off of the lawnmower seconds before the train hit, and now we're hearing about that critical response right after.
The track is now closed.
Day County just confirming tracks are shut down for both Brightline and FG.
An emergency alert prompting the urgent response about trauma on the railroad tracks.
Rescue 30 is going to investigate behind Miami Shores Country Club.
A Brightline train coming to a complete halt on the railroad after slamming into a lawnmower on the Miami Shores Country Club golf course.
They're advising that the person on the lawnmower or the golf cart now jumped from the vehicle prior to the train hitting it.
Sky 10 up above right after the collision. First responders racing to the scene, discovering a 75-year-old man riding a lawnmower, jumping off, realizing the train was barreling through the golf course.
All right, so the man is 75 years old, Bright Line. This happened October 13th, 2025, okay? It's almost every day with Bright Line. I don't report that anymore because I'm tired, man. I was like, yo, god damn it, Bright Line is like crazy, son. I just don't do this anymore, but it's just every freaking day this train hits somebody, hits something, and people like, the man 75, 7 plus 5, you know what to do. He didn't see it. The man was playing golf. Somehow he ended up on the track.
Time was limited to avoid the crash. The victim, hitting his left side, rushed to a nearby trauma center to be checked out. And this is considered an unprotected crossing, which means that there's no audible signal that a train is approaching. So that leaves the question if that man was able to hear a train approaching when they were on the lawnmower. Reporting live in Miami Shores, Lenny Supal, Local 10 News.
Oh boy, that's one of the things concerning Bright Line. Let me see if there's anything else. 4 days ago, this was 3 weeks ago, Amtrak train, and that's the lady that died. She was a Christian woman, and the train just exploded the car, man, and she just drove through it. She drove through it, and the train exploded the car. When it hit it, the car just exploded. And they find her bits of her, man. It's like horrible ways to go. Anyway.
Continue working. Breaking news. A small plane makes an emergency landing in North Lauderdale.
And the plane coming to a stop right in the middle of a sidewalk. And Local 10's Roy Ramos live now near that scene with the latest for us tonight. Roy?
And fortunately, that pilot was able to safely land. We're standing right off of Southgate Boulevard and North Lauderdale Avenue. Take a look right here behind me. You can see where that small Cessna 172S ended up landing here next to this canal. That pilot and student right there sitting right next to that plane. I did get a chance to speak with that pilot a short time ago. He tells me that they took off from Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, and North Lauderdale Fire Rescue tell us at some point they ended up having some fuel issues. For that reason, they needed to make an emergency landing. But again, fortunately, that pilot was able to bring that aircraft down safely. And aside from some damage to the left wing that you see right there, there is no other damage to the plane. Maybe the back rudder right there, I do see some additional damage. But the good news is that pilot and the student who was aboard were not injured in any of this. There is a lot of residents coming out of their homes right now, as you can imagine, after seeing this. This is an area that many of them tell me they take their afternoon walks in. I want to show you what this all looks like from above. Let's take you to Sky 10 right now, where you can see that aircraft, and you can see just how it was able to make this landing. Fortunately, this is an area right here that is a long strip that runs along this canal, and that is where that pilot found this area where he was able to safely land. Again, this is right off of Southgate Boulevard and North Lauderdale Avenue. North Lauderdale Fire Rescue telling us that the plane took off just after 4 o'clock again from North Lauderdale, or from Fort Lauderdale
Executive Airport. All right, this is the type of things that are going on, man. I don't report this because it's just like too much. Okay, it's just too much. The crashes, the train crashes, and things like that. Let me see. I got a couple of things that I want to. I think we're done here. Is that what that is? 3i Atlas, they come up with some garbage now. Oh, it's not the alien stuff. Okay, let me see. A lot of shooting lately. A lot of you know, a lot of carjackings, and I'll leave this for another person to do. Volcano eruption, fires, house explosion, you know, high-speed crash into East Tennessee home, another ley line. You know, it's a lot going on, man. You know, a lot. All right, so it's just too much. So, what do we learn, beloved? We learn keep knock. We learn keep knock is the meaning of crooked place, bad place, out of Bethel, house of Israel. The Most High sent word of comfort, saying Isaiah 45 is going to take full charge unto those people, removing them from the land, which they make the land, society, the entire earth crooked, and is going to restore our people to be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. I do not want my brothers and sisters to go out there and spreading lies and fears and keep all people in a low vibration. We are gathering to be the head and to keep the people in this positive vibration. Join us tomorrow at, wait, hang on, tomorrow's Saturday. I may not have time to go live, but nonetheless, be on the lookout at 12 p.m. Eastern time. You might see us there, and we have a few stuff to bring to the people. We're probably going to talk about how everything is evil, how everything is satanic, and not the church, though, not the Christian church, but everything else is satanic, and how those people took this thing and then they blended it into the so-called Black conscious movement. All black people, black Christian, black soul Christian. The other one, they did so much damage to our people. So much damage. Okay? So yes, that's what happened. Beloved, we'll leave you with peace. We will leave you with love. We say shalom. All praises to the Most High. God Almighty, be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble.